that you have been doing for so many years. You're director of Watchdog in Washington, D.C. And look, it says last government watchdog. This is Representative Elise Stefanik, ethics complaint. And who is she? She is a congresswoman linked to the Republican Party. She herself, not so long ago, called for complaints against the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, and so forth. But here it is complaints against her. You, I believe, have something to do with all these different things. And this is the breaking news. Talk to us. What's going on with this ethics complaint against this congresswoman?
Yeah, so that's what if people want to know what I do when I'm not on your show, I am researching, I am investigating uh, corruption in high places, especially in Washington, D.C. And so I was doing some work, and specifically with her because she's the member of Congress who initiated the congressional hearings that brought the presidents of Harvard University, University of Pennsylvania, MIT to testify before Congress about their campuses having anti-Israel protests, anti-Semitic protests. And so she, and that turned into an attack on DEI. And remember, her hearings made the president of Harvard have to resign. And she had only been a president there for 6 months, wasn't even given a real chance to do anything. And so this member of Congress went on the warpath, used the hearings as a tool to go after these universities, and got a couple of presidents fired because they believe that minorities should have rights, and they believe their campuses should be campuses that follow that belief. And they call it DEI. Stefanik does, and some of the Republicans. But I think what's happening is there's just a political attack on the right on anything that is benefits people of color, people of minority status for gender, women. And so since she was in the middle of that, I went and I do my job. And so I'm looking at what she's doing. And so I looked at her financial disclosures. And I saw that in 2016, when our country was heading into a big election and there was Russian interference and all kinds of stuff happening, she got proposed to by her husband, who was just her boyfriend at the time. They got engaged, and about a couple of weeks later after their engagement, she ended up having involvement with a bunch of different property transactions. And it looks like a bunch of money was made, and it's very hard to figure out where that money is coming from and how it was made. And her financial disclosures are missing a lot of information that they should have related to these transactions. And so I filed a complaint stating that, hey, Congress can fine her up to $50,000 for not disclosing mortgages, for example, that were attached to a property, a rental property she owns in Washington, D.C. And also the Department of Justice and Attorney General can go after her for civil offenses for having not disclosed key liabilities and key assets. So, yeah, it's important that when government officials are using their power to go after presidents of universities, for example, that they don't have issues with their financial disclosures where millions of dollars worth of properties are being pushed around all over the place at a very specific time. And by the way, her husband is the head of public affairs for the largest gun trade organization in the country. So she is enmeshed in the entire, every time we have some type of gun violence here in the United States, she's on the side that wants more guns. And so the question is, did her marriage to someone who's in this gun industry, is that what led to all this money coming through? And is this why there are things missing on her financial disclosure forms? So does she have a problem with the gun thing in our country is the question. And we will find out because I filed that complaint today.
It was filed today, the 28th of February. Tom, another big piece of work on your part. Congratulations on that. You have done many other filing in terms of complaints, ethic complaints about these politicians. One of them that's always sticking to my mind is our good friend Meeks. What
Yes.
happened to that investigation many years
Well,
ago?
well, yeah. I mean that that turned into that was a big deal, man. I mean that turned into some real big news coverage. I mean he had to. It was a big deal, and it ultimately led to this big casino deal that they were a part of falling through, and it also led to, I believe, ultimately Governor Cuomo having to step down because he tried to create the Moreland Commission to put the fire out. See, the fire started in New York from the investigation I started with Gregory Meeks and with these other members in New York City. And that when that fire broke out, man, it got so bad that Cuomo initiated the Moreland Commission to try to like take control of it all. And it ended up ensnaring him too. So at the end of the day, a lot came from that. And I think what everyone should know is, we as individuals, if you're taught properly, you have the right knowledge base, which I was blessed to just be given so much knowledge over the years. When I was young and a teenager, I never had a summer vacation. I never had a winter break. I never had a weekend off. I worked on the weekends. I worked on my breaks. Never had a time off. And where was I working at? I was working at a science museum where I had mentors that taught me things about computers that I use to this day. And I'm a master at it that no one, money can't buy it. Right. And so I was also taught by a former prosecutor how to do these types of investigations. And I've worked with some great writers and some great journalists over the years, investigative editors, publications, and all these people have just mentored me and taught me. And so what's happened is I've realized that, and the reason why I come on, the reason why I try to help the people I can help is because my work can go to the highest bidder and I can help the wealthy people of America and the elite corporations with their warfare to help them make billions of dollars. But I've decided, no, I want my skill set that I've been blessed to be taught to be given to the people, trying to do this in a way so that small campaigns can benefit, small media outlets like yourself can benefit, instead of the big boys, right? And coming through with some very good quality work. And so I expect this with this Stefanik complaint to go places, and it starts here. Your audience is the first one to hear about it. So we'll see how it goes.
Thank you so much, Tom. Something you've been at for many, many years. During the time we became good friends many, many years ago. Lots of people, lots of information, maybe lots of things that some things are better left unsaid. Your confession there moments ago reminds me of a mutual friend of ours who went off to make millions of dollars in a particular area. How is he doing, anyways? That's another
right.
story.
I know, right?
So, Tom, congratulations on this investigation. Let's hope it gets somewhere. You have been at this for quite some time, and you're a good friend. You were even part of the investigation, the complaints that included Ed Ahmad, who his family are doing big in Guyana right now. Hospitals and all manner of things, Tom. All manner of things they're investing.
I'm not surprised, Mark. I mean, Guyana is what it is, but I hope if there's anything that people can get from the things I say is that it's not enough to try to get rid of the people creating the problems. Actually, what has to happen is the people of Guyana have to build in a proactive way a better future that's above these people who are down in the gutter. That's what has to happen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for always paying attention to Guyana. Thank you for looking into things in every area. Gary Greenidge is just adding a little humor here. You said you were all into the computer. He says, so Tom, your simple terms, you're a nerd. Thank you there, Gary Greenidge. I know there are scores of teachers who are watching this show right now. Just close off with the teachers and a message for them. And Guyanese by extension.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just remember your blessings and just remember that what you guys are standing up for, you know what you're standing up for. You know what's right. You know what's right. And don't allow anyone to tell you otherwise. You guys know what you're fighting for and stick to that. This government has to bend to you guys because without you, there isn't a government in Guyana. All right. And that's what everyone needs to realize is that without you guys, there isn't a Guyana. The people in charge right now, they can be replaced. They can be replaced. You can't replace all the teachers of a land. It ain't happening. So you guys are the most important. You guys are the key. You're teaching the future. And especially this, you know what you need and you know what you want. And you guys are gathering together to fight for that. I admire it. And I wish you much, much luck. And my prayers are with you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tom Anderson, a good friend of us here at 107.1 FM, and a very good friend of mine too over the years. Tom, early in the program, you did say that programs such as Straight Up on 107. Let me give credit also to some of the other programs. Dr. David Hines, they have done their bit in exposing Saddam Hussein. And I know you've done some work looking and watching and catching terrorists around the world, not excluding Guyana also. But guys like David Hines, and then we have the Village Voice News, and we have other Facebook shows as well. They all play their part as well. So I want to say kudos to all of them. I may not be able to mention all of their names, but hats off to them as well. And Tom, hats off to you on this latest. We all will be watching where it goes from here. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir. All right, Tom Anderson there for you guys. A guy, he talks, and then you got to read between the lines when he talks, and then he talks. That's Tom, my good friend. Hey, what else is happening? I know you guys have been talking about Saddam Hussein, and the disrespectful Saddam Hussein. Let's see what the judge is going to do tomorrow, guys. Let us see what the judge is going to do tomorrow. Saddam Hussein should be sitting in a hammock next to Bubba at either the Camp Street prison or the Luziknan prisons. Maybe one night, 2 nights, he probably, a lot of people don't have what it takes to go to prison. They'll kill themselves. I know a guy who was supposed to be a bad man. And I know some of them went right there in the strong cell, the solitary area there. They cry like babies. They cry like babies. And this guy, forget about Saddam Hussein for now. This guy, Mark Kazerki, when he heard that he had to go to Camp Street prison, he played sick, they rushed him to Georgetown Public Hospital. And that was under Leslie Ramsamy, when Leslie Ramsamy was the Minister of Health. And then his partners that were all charged together for the same crime, Sam Hines and Ashton King and all these. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy road. Who said big men don't cry? Well, them boys cry like babies. They cried like babies. Yeah, Sean Hines cried, he bawled. Ashton King cried, he bawled. They all cried. But this guy didn't want to go. Mark Kazerki, who was a supervisor at the wine bar, Aubrey Wine Bar. He cried. He didn't want to go. He ended up at the Georgetown Public Hospital. And it is, according to information, they killed him. Whoever they are, I don't know, but they said they killed him at the Georgetown Public Hospital. So, I say all of this to say, not to say that these guys with big guns, when they go to prison, they cry. They cry like babies. Sean Hines cried. Ashton King cried. Well, me cry. Not me. But they cry. And so I say all of this to say that Saddam Hussein can't make it, man. He can't even make 1 hour in Brigham Police Station, not even 1 hour. Why is he doing these sort of things? Why is he defying the court's decision? Why is he being disrespectful of the judge? Why is he doing it? We know that they're vindictive, they're cruel towards the teachers, but the court now, The court, let's see what the court is going to do with him tomorrow. Let us see. I'm glad that the judge summoned him today. He walked in like a big boy. Oh, you take my picture? I'm looking good now. You take my picture? Without a long beard and mustache, I'm sure he's probably capable of just whatever it is he's capable of with his mustache, and his beard. Anyways, guys, you guys also, yep. Annette Cummings, that's right. Freddie Kissoon cried like a little at the Brigham lockups. He cried. He said he done with his struggle. He couldn't eat. He said he's going on he's fasting. And then after he said he's fasting, but we did say we were fasting. And then Polari and cheese roll and thing came. And I said, man, look, to hell with this. I grabbed me cheese roll. I started eating the cheese roll. And he said, hey, I want food too. Hey. And then they moved us into different cells, and he started to bawl at the end of the night. I don't know why he was bawling. Don't ask me. I was in a different cell. But he was bawling. He was crying out for the officers. I'll talk more about that some other time. Seriously. I'm not kidding you. Those things happen for real. He bawl, he beg. He said he was in a cell with 3 or 2 other guys. He bawl, he beg. If this guy goes to lockup, he will do the same thing. He will bawl and beg. Them a bawl and beg. But Patrick Yard, where is Patrick Yard? Where is Patrick Yard? I don't know if he's going to appear on David Hines' show tomorrow. Where is Patrick Yard? Where? Oh, that's the question Wayne Caesar is asking too. Wayne, good night to you. Where is Patrick Yard? Patrick Yard, we want to hear from you. Can we hear from you tomorrow? Can we hear from you tomorrow? Brenda Braithwaite is saying, Mark, you're tough. Y'all know that size fool, y'all know. Tough? Man, them guys cry like babies, man. Babies, big. They feel them as big gunmen on the street and this. But the sweetest cry was Freddie, though. I'm done with this protest. I'm done with this struggle. And every time we would finish a protest or whatever, when it gets dark, who's going to follow me home? He wants people to drive him all the way home, make sure he goes into his house, and then, for me now, like Stubbly Bill, I got to drive back home all by myself with special branch police traveling behind me and in front of man, those were the days, right? I'm serious. Maybe one day when I finally get time and I get my book out, you guys will see there are lots and lots of other stories I want to talk about. Shh. Hey, to all our teachers, hats off to you. To our guest this evening, Tom Anderson, thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate, always do. And to all of you, whether you're in Guyana, wherever you are listening to us, thank you so much. The folks at Border Market who listen to us every night on a big screen TV, good night to you guys. The folks at Stabrook Market as well, all across Guyana, good night to all of you. And to you, beautiful people, if you're celebrating your birthday, any one of you, happy birthday to you. If you are a little under the weather, we wish you a speedy recovery. God bless you all. And we got to look out for Patrick. Patrick, come out of your yard. Come out of your yard, Patrick. We need to see and hear from you. And to all of you, let me go back right in a little basement here and sleep until tomorrow. God bless you. See you all.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by 1 vote, they're losing it by data.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington law firm located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you, so call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union will be hosting a special
How we gonna do a body man walk right now?
The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union will be hosting a special general meeting and elections on Saturday, March 2, 2024. The meeting and elections will be held both virtually and in person in the various regions. Members in Region 4 will be allowed to vote at the Critchlow Labor College, Wilford Avenue. The meeting will be held from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Members are asked to be on the lookout for information regarding online voting and regional polling places. Full participation of members is encouraged. Let us move your credit union forward.
How we gonna do a body man walk right now? You ready? Fuck, so let me go now. Hear me sing now. Body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body walk, jump, body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body, listen. Body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Body jump, body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Hear me sing, son. Big body can't wear it tight pants. Big body jump. How we gonna do a body man walk right now? You ready? Fuck, so let me go now. Hear me sing now. Body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body walk, jump, body walk, body walk, body walk, everything. Body, listen. Body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Body jump, body jump, body jump, body jump, everything. Hear me sing, son. Big body can't wear it tight pants. Big body jump.